Good evening, folks. I wanted to throw out one last quick video for a little while on the Quake Champions beta. I played the last 2 weekends, and mostly I was just trying to see if they'd fix some of my concerns with balance. The first thing I noticed when I got in last weekend was that they seem to have updated the graphics a little bit. As you can see on the main character Ranger here, there's a lot more detail, a lot more depth, and a lot more crispness to the textures, and I was really pleased to see that upgrade to the game. When I first started playing, it looked a little glossy, looked a little dull. It just didn't look very sharp and crisp, and I'm very pleased to say that it looks a lot better in the last few versions, so very pleased with that update. Now, one of the concerns I'm calling out, as mentioned a moment ago, was some of the balance issues that I found. They added a new hero, they added some new maps, and most of my concerns aren't really with the maps. Sadly, I don't know if they're any good or not because nobody voted to play them. But the heroes is where I'm talking balance. Weapons seem to be just fine overall. They all seem to have good damage, good splash for the ones that require it and things of that nature. But where I'm still having an issue is with the heroes. Now, understand they tried to make a light, medium, and heavy class. That's perfect. The light class is supposed to be more nimble, agile, fast. The trade-off is lower health and lower total armor count. Mid-range, kind of jack of all trades, expert at none. The heavy class is supposed to have the most health, the highest armor cap, but they're also supposed to be slower, less able to dodge the attacks. Likewise, the body scale gets bigger as you scale up from light to heavy. That makes you a larger target, more capable of taking damage, more capable of taking splash damage. Makes sense. In theory. In practice, it really doesn't seem to work out that way. So what I was trying to do with some of these is not jump around quite as much as you've seen in previous videos and how the game is kind of designed to be played with a lot of strafe jumping and things of that nature to dodge. But I mostly wanted to see when you go up against some players who can aim pretty decently, how fast do you drop? And then try to contrast that by how many times I've hit them versus them hitting me and just see how well it works out. So pretty much the rest of this is just going to be a couple of quick cuts between various clips of me dying, occasionally getting a kill, and seeing what happens. And there's a few areas where it really doesn't make sense. If I add up the amount of hits I've given them, plus in a reasonable margin of error with some of the other players, like that just there, I seem to drop pretty quick, even though I've nailed them pretty much enough to pretty well have all their health taken out. If you add in any damage they may have taken from others, they're dead. I know some of them could have armor, but several of these guys I caught at the spawn. And if I catch you when you spawn, you don't really have armor. I know some of the spawn locations there's armor nearby, but they didn't pick it up. And yet I still just got pummeled in seconds. There's a few moments down the line where the basic gun seems to destroy me. I use the basic gun on somebody, they take damage from somebody, which is the last clip that I show. They still didn't go down. Lightning gun. A quick pass across me as a medium or a light. I'm dead. I used the lightning gun for a second or two on somebody. They seem unfazed by it, even on a medium class. So it just doesn't seem very consistent. And I think that the heroes need to be brought more in line with each other. Especially that stuff. The ultimate from Sorlag is just ridiculous. Takes you down in seconds. There, he landed on my head. I'm a light class, he's a heavy. I had 100 health. He landed on my head and dropped me down to 20. That's ridiculous. So that's my main beef with the beta right now, and the game as a whole. It has some fantastic old school gameplay at its base, and I love running around and playing that style of game again. I really do, it's so much fun. But unless these heroes get more in line, it's really hard for me to enjoy it because it's not about skill at that point. It's about, most people are playing heavies these days because they take so much damage. They're able to still move really flippin' fast. I don't understand how they're able to move almost as fast as a lightweight. It's not quite as fast, but they move pretty flippin' fast. So they need to slow them down, drop their health a tiny bit, drop their total armor count a little bit, something to bring them more in line with the other characters. I think the lightweights move fast enough. I think the mid-range, they're pretty well on par overall. But those heavies are where it's really killing it for me right now. So, now you can also see they added BJ Blazkowicz from Castle Wolfenstein as kind of an E3 cross plugin. I think it's kind of stupid. He doesn't really fit in this universe. doesn't work. You already have the human and ranger and a couple of the other characters that are augmented and bio-advanced, things like that fit within the Quake universe. But bringing BJ in, it just doesn't work for me. I think it's dumb. They had to nerf him pretty quick as well because his ultimate was just ridiculous, much like some of the others. So hopefully they get it tapered down and fixed in the next few updates, but I'm going to tune out for a little while and play some other games. We'll see. I'll come back to it, give another update, probably a month down the line, but we'll see how it goes. Until then, if you like the game, I think it's a lot of fun at its base, but just a couple balance issues to sort out. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. There's a huge delta in skill, as that's what the type of game is. It's really based on skill, and I hope they focus on skill instead of what character you have. Hope you found that interesting. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.